Back another day on Brooksy's Car Restorations. I was supposed to be smashing out a heap of content on the Rocky today, which would have been pretty much just fixing up rust holes, which, you know, you can only watch so much of, I guess. I do have some plan to continue on that. However, I'm lacking serious motivation today due to issues, mental health, etc, etc. Anyways, I wanted to get the whole interior done today because, you know, as Puddin says, sit on your ass won't finish your project. But yeah, we'll just take it bit by bit and see how we go. I wanted to put out another type of video as well, basically a marketplace video, which I'm definitely going to do at some point, where I basically get on Gumtree Marketplace and show it may or may not be interesting to some people, but just basically go through the cars on Marketplace and sort of show what I look for in vehicles that I want to purchase, whether they're a project vehicle or a flip car, just to give some idea on that sort of thing. But anyways, in the last few episodes, we pretty much completely stripped out the interior of the car, apart from the driver's seat, which I use to get the car in and out when I need to move it around. But that's just been held in by bolts which are finger tight, which are easy to get out and whatnot. The floor still needs a good thorough cleaning, but I wanted to get the roof done before I fully cleaned out the floor. So basically, on the last episode on this thing, we were cutting out all of this. I cut it out, I cleaned it all up, I made a template, and we were up to getting the template and cutting out the metal we need to make this. And then we'll cut that out, then we'll weld this new bit in, and that'll be done. Now, the other interior bits that, from memory, because it's been a while since I worked on this car, but the other interior bits that I need to do, there's a few little holes in the floor, which we will get to after we do the roof. There's another hole up there in the corner on the other side. Not as bad as the passenger side, which this was the first one I cut out. And I wasn't going to show the smaller holes so much. I was just going to show you this big one. So there's another small hole back here in the floor at the back of the car, and then you got holes in the back door. Again, we still haven't worked out whether we're going to fix the back door or get a new one. I think getting not a new door, but a second-hand door or whatever. I think getting another door might be out of the question. I've sort of looked around a little bit, and these things are getting harder and harder to find. So trying to restore/repair this door might be fun, but it's a challenge. I like a challenge. May have to build a lot of it ourselves. Even if it doesn't look perfect, it's still, as long as it's solid or whatever, as long as it passes inspection. So yeah, we'll go in the shed and we'll use our template and cut out that bit there, and I'll get to zapping it in, and probably won't show the rest of the interior of the car. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see what I feel like. Time. G'day, and we're back with Rocky version 2.0. In today's, well, hopefully, maybe not, but one of the things we're going to try and get into, we're going to pull the front bumper off, because in order to paint it and everything else, I need to get it all this rust and everything that's behind the bumper. And Dad's going to play around with some lights and what have you.
Yeah, we know how that worked out last time.
Yeah, well, he hasn't got to drain them this time.
The other day when I was here, you said do the Subaru lot. You'll be in and out in 20 minutes. It took all day.
I never gave you a time limit this time.
Now you got me pulling the bull bar off and doing the lights here. I hope that turns out
Well,
a bit better.
You can do rust work if you like.
No, just a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy with it. Stop pulling stuff.
And the other thing is whether I'm still umming and ahhing about whether I start the undercarriage, because both jobs need to be done. So whether I start sanding / cleaning up the undercarriage, or if I continue on the rust work inside the car, which we showed in the previous part of the video, the part up there. So yeah, but it all needs to get done at some point. But yeah, so mostly rust work / electrical work today, I think, which may or may not be interesting to some people, but it's got to get done. We're going to get this car back on the road / fixed. Another thing we want to try and do is, apparently this is an old, what did you say it was?
It's an aircraft landing light.
Soften.
I don't know how many watts it is, but in the days, in the 70s and that was what the driving light of choice. They were that bright, but they were illegal. They're like 250 watt, and they just shine this really bright beam way down the road. If it still works, it'd be cool to see.
The element looks like it's intact.
The element looks like it's intact.
Yeah, so it may just need rewiring, or
Yeah,
who knows.
Yep.
Maybe I just didn't find the switch for it or something.
maybe.
But we might just for fun pull that off and see if we can't get it working, and
I'd be
clean it up and put it back on the car and
keen to see if it lights up.
run it. Because yeah, if it's as bright as Dad reckons it is, it could be a lot of
I
fun.
mean, in hindsight, now you put it up against the modern LEDs, it might be anywhere near as good. But I remember in the old days, you'd kill for them. Good light, very good light. That's easy.
The glass is a bit questionable too, but whatever. Anyways. Alright. See if this works. See Dad electric himself. There we go. Woof. And there was light.
Beautiful. Look how bright that spot is on the roof. Yep.
How's that gonna compare to an LED? Oh,
Well,
I've got spots on my
it's
eyes.
it's a long straight light instead of just a spread light.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Old school technology on an old school truck. I think I'm gonna keep it. Maybe just clean it up a bit. Put it back on.
On a wrap project.
It'll save me buying some LEDs to it for it, which is I was thinking of doing as well. So that's very cool. Very cool. Revival. Now, will it run on an old light? Yes, it does. Alrighty. So yeah, in a previous episode, we did this cutout. Now it's just a rough cutout of the bit of metal that I took out of the roof. So we're going to put that on that bit of metal over there, cut our piece of metal out, and then weld it into the car. Somewhat straightforward. So today, where the heck is it? Oops, sorry about that. So today I'm somewhat cheating. Because normally I have to make all my own bends and stuff, but the bit of metal I'm using has got a bend in it already. So we'll take advantage of that. Because the bit I'm trying to weld in needs a little bit of a bend anyways. So what we're going to do is basically put the, what do you call it, just slightly over the bend a little bit, tap the template and trace around it, and then yeah, cut it out. So we've done our cutout line on there. See it up here? In most circumstances it's better to cut more than less. That way you can trim it down if you need to. Videoing. The old workbenches have been hauled up with other stuff at the moment, so make do with what we got. Bloody safety goggles are fogging up. Alrighty. The bull bar's off. Those mounts look really that terrible, don't
Yeah.
they? They might clean up though.
Just a bit of surface for us.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll stand up. Take these off because you don't want them on.
But I definitely needed to get into that and clean that up. Get all that
Yeah.
re-sprayed and whatnot. It's needing some love.
Tidy the wires up.
I think they look really cool without the bull bars on them. Just quietly.
Yeah.
Something different.
If you weren't going off road or whatever, you could just put some like a nudge bar or a little bumper or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Be cool. Something custom.
Maybe.
Mm.
Or make a custom bar of some sort. But yeah. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like with the LEDs in it.
Mm.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Just a sneak peek. Will it look nice? Who knows? The lights are cracked and dodgy anyways. I want something cool in there, a bit better light. These lights are terrible at night. I have had Rockies before and the old headlights are absolutely terrible, so just an update. So good news, the lights fit in their holders. We also tested them quickly on the battery and they both, well, one of them works.
The wiring's wrong, the polarity's wrong. I've got to rewire the plug.
They do plug directly into here, but the earth and the whatevers are around the wrong way, so it's just a matter of hopefully pulling these out and switching them around.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet because I want to make sure they fit it in there.
Yeah, I get it. Just
Yeah,
giving an update.
yeah. So now I know they fit in there, I'll rewire this.
Yep.
So when I plug them in, they'll work. The polarity will be right.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm in the process of so we cut our bit of metal out. I'm in the process of cutting it into shape so it'll fit in the roof. I cut the angle wrong on the other side, so I'm gonna have to find another filler bit, unfortunately, but not too much to fill in the other side that I cut wrong. And but yeah, is what it is. Should have double checked and triple checked before I cut it, but whatever. So unfortunately, we can't put the LED bulbs in right now. I've got to do a bit more research, but basically what happens when you go from high beam to low beam, it reverses the polarity. So it won't work on the LED bulbs because they need to. It needs to stay the same polarity basically all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Mm.
But
Do we
yeah,
have a bed here?
It's weird.
yeah, around the side there, dude.
It's weird. You hook the negative up to where the negative would go, and on a high beam, you have the high beam.
Down the side, look at there's a little box there.
You have the high beam positive wire on, and the high beam works. And when you flick it on the low beam, what was negative becomes positive, and the negative wire, the wire that would be on negative, becomes negative. It's weird. The low beam and the negative wire switch over between high beam and low beam. There's changed polarity.
There's just too much negativity.
I know. So you can swap
It's just not going
you
to
can
work.
swap those wires around and low beam will work. And then when you click it on high beam, they flick polarity again and high beam doesn't work. So you can't have both.
Yeah.
It's
So
weird. I've never seen
the
it
standard
before.
lights work perfectly fine, but if I want to run those, I'm going to have to get. I'm not skillful enough with electrics
It's
to
in- it's
to
in the
mess with it,
switch or
but
the relay or something. It's
I have to get an electrician to bloody mess with it, and I can't be bothered.
polarity over.
I'll just throw a light bar on it and call it a day. Because I mean, like I said before, the standard lights just aren't really cutting it. But my old truck had a really nice light bar on it that lit everything up like 4th of July or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately we're not getting the lights in today, but we've got to let it strip back so I can start getting rid of rust and repainting stuff. Unfortunately, but that's going to do it for the yeah, I'll probably put this video out once I've done a little bit more work on the Rocky. I was going to try and get a video out this week, but I haven't really done as much as I would have liked. So yeah, I'm very sorry due to COVID and not feeling the best. I am cutting the video short this week. Hopefully you enjoy what we got done anyways. But yeah, plenty more to come on Rocky version 2.0. Yeah, to be continued.